Hello girls and boys, welcome to Thursday's bedtime story. Now I've chosen a book tonight called The Everywhere Bear, and this is a book that I know I've read before, but I really like it, and I know there's quite a few of you like it as well, so hopefully you'll be snuggling down ready for Thursday's bedtime story. Now, as many of you know, you can find out who a book is written by looking at the words on the cover. So on this story, you've got the title of the book, which is called The Everywhere Bear. Then if we look up here, we can see the name of the author. That is Julia Donaldson. And then if you look to the other side of the book here, you can see the name of the illustrator. And the name of the illustrator for this book is Rebecca Cobb. And then when you turn the book over, on the back, you will see sometimes pictures and words. And a very special number down here that tells you the number of this book. It's called a USBN number. And this bit here is called the blurb. And the blurb tells you just a little bit about the story. So I'm going to read you the blurb first today. It says this: The Everywhere Bear has a wonderful time with Class 1. Each weekend he goes home with one of his classmates until one day he falls from a backpack and has a very big adventure all of his own. So, get yourself sitting comfortably, open those ears, open those eyes, and snuggle down for today's story. Here we go. The Everywhere Bear. With her blue pointy shoes and her hair in a bun, Mrs. McAllister teaches Class 1. There is Mrs. McAllister. That's Ollie and Holly and Josie and Jay, Leo and Theo and April and May, Billy and Lily and little Lee Lou, Maisie and Daisy and Matt, who is new, Hannah Hazala, Callum and Claire, Kevin and Bev, and the Everywhere Bear. And this is rather lovely because in our class, year one, we have a Theo and we have a Daisy. And our Daisy has a sister called Lily. And Lily's in this class too. The Everywhere Bear has a home on a shelf, but he doesn't spend very much time by himself, for each boy and girl in the class is a friend, and he goes home with one of them every weekend. On Mondays they carry him back to Class 1 and tell all the others the things he has done. He has bus rides with April and horse rides with May. He eats burgers with Billy and jelly with Jay. He has a good time. With Lee Woo, he's a pirate. With Kevin, a king. And Callum and Claire push him high on the swing. He bounces with Bev and does handstands with Holly. He likes playing football with Maisie and Ollie. He always makes dens when he goes home with Daisy. At Lily's they let him be lovely and lazy. With Leo and Theo he tinkles a tune. With Hannah Hazala he goes to the moon. With Josie he whizzes about in a chair. No wonder they call him the Everywhere Bear. One rainy Monday, the new boy called Matt was splashing to school when he spotted a cat. And when he bent over to give it a cuddle, the Everywhere Bear tumbled into a puddle. Just round the corner, a driver called Pete sat in a van, painting stripes on the street. Matt got to school and sat down on his chair. He opened his bag and the bear wasn't there. Nobody knew that the poor little fellow, just like the street, had been painted bright yellow. Nobody saw when a river of rain washed him and whooshed him head first down a drain. Oh no, down a drain. And no one was there when the bear with the stripe, dirty and dizzy, splashed out of a pipe. So there's the pipe there, and he's splashed. Oh, there. See all the fish around him too. The water was wild and the weather was wet when Jim, Jeff and Jonathan hauled in their net. Waves rocked the boat and a storm filled the air. None of them noticed the Everywhere Bear. Can you spot him? Back in the harbour, Mohammed and Hussein lifted the fish off the boat with his crane. "Give me 2 boxes, said old Mr. Bishop. Oh, Mrs. Bishop, sorry. "Give me 2 boxes, said old Mrs. Bishop, and she cheerfully wheeled them away to her fish shop. She started unpacking, then muttered, "That's odd. There's a bear wrapped in seaweed between these 2 cod." Out of the fish shop and onto a skip, into a lorry and off to the tip. If you look in that picture carefully there, you can see that Mrs. Bishop has thrown him out of the window and he's going to land in the skip, and off he's going to the tip. "Aha!" squawked a seagull named Solomon Shriek. That wasn't a very good seagull noise, I apologise. "I smell fish," and he picked up the bear in his beak. They flew over treetops and over the town, and the bear saw his school when he dared to look down. Then Solomon perched on a roof of a shop. "This isn't a fish," and he let the bear drop. So there's the bear up in the air, looking down at the ground, and there he is, being dropped to the ground. Then a very kind lady called Bethany Burke picked the bear up on her way to work. Each Friday morning, Class 1 pays a visit to one of their favourite places. Where is it? There she is picking up the bear. There's Class 1 coming to visit. And where are they going to? Wonder if you can guess. The library, you're right. Jay finds a book about stars. Josie finds one about buses and cars. Billy likes aliens and Lily likes lizards. Hannah Hazala is keener on wizards. So they all are in the library choosing books that they would love to read and enjoy. Finally, everyone's chosen a book. They queue at the counter. Then Matt cries out, "Look!" April and May and the others say, "Where?" "Behind you! He's there! It's the Everywhere Bear!" They carry him happily home to Class 1, saying, "Where have you been, Bear? And what have you done?" You see him up there on the shelf. And there they are, carrying him home. The bear never talks, but he smiles to himself, and he thinks as he settles down back on his shelf, I've been in a puddle, I've been down a drain, I've been in a boat, and I've been in a crane, I've been in a shop, and I've been in a skip, I've been on a lorry, I've been on a tip, I've been in a beak, and I've been in the air. No wonder they call me the Everywhere Bear, because he's been everywhere. And then you can see Mrs. McAllister has taken him home, and she's going to give him a wash. Oh, I hope you enjoyed that lovely story. It's one of my favourites, and one that just makes me think about children in school, because often children in school take home something from their classroom to look after for the weekend. Well, thank you for joining me tonight. I hope you've enjoyed that. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. It's probably time now to snuggle down and go to sleep. So I hope you've done those 3 things. You've cleaned your teeth, you've been to the toilet for the very last time, and you're ready for bed in whatever you wear. So that might be your pyjamas, it might be just a pair of shorts, it might be a nightie, it might be a onesie, who knows. But whatever you're wearing, I hope you're comfy. So have a lovely night's sleep. Well done for listening to tonight's story, and hopefully tomorrow at 11 o'clock I will see you for our birthday and scavenger hunt assembly. Right, goodbye, sleep well. Bye everybody. Night night.